Gennaro Gattuso is expected to step down from his role as Italy head coach, after two key figures in their football association resigned following their failure to qualify for a third straight World Cup. Gattuso's side were beaten 4-1 in penalty shootout by Bosnia and Herzegovina in a playoff on Tuesday night. It meant four-time World Cup winners Italy became the first nation to have lifted the trophy to fail to make three straight editions of the finals, having also missed Russia 2018 and Qatar 2022. The fallout has already seen the resignation of the head of Italy's Football Association, FIGC, Gabriele Gravina, and legendary goalkeeper Gianluigi Buffon, who was working as the head of their delegation. Gravina had requested Gattuso stay on as manager just hours before resigning from his post at an emergency meeting held at the FIGC's headquarters in Rome. Reports in Italy suggest Gattuso is expected to take a few days to decide his future, but the expectation is he will follow Gravina and Buffon in leaving his post. There are suggestions Gattuso could yet remain to take charge of friendlies in June, providing time for a successor to be appointed. Corriere dello Sport report that two contenders have already emerged as favourites to succeed Gattuso in former Italy bosses Roberto Mancini and Antonio Conte. Mancini took charge of Italy previously after they failed to reach the 2018 World Cup under Gianpiero Ventura. The former Man City boss memorably led Italy to Euro 2020 glory as part of a 37-match unbeaten run. He was, however, in charge when Italy failed to reach the Qatar 2022 FIFA World Cup after losing a playoff to North Macedonia. Mancini stunningly resigned ahead of their Euro 2024 qualifying campaign, later taking charge of the Saudi Arabian national team. The FIGC took legal action over Mancini's departure, but the case was later resolved and Gravina's exit has reportedly removed an obstacle of a possible return. Mancini, who is currently Al Sadd manager in Qatar, is said to be favored by one of the contenders to become FIGC president Giovanni Malago, who oversaw the Milan Cortina 2026 Winter Olympic and Paralympic Games. Conte had previously coached Italy between 2014 and 2016, with his departure to become Chelsea boss confirmed prior to Euro 2016. He was credited with leading one of Italy's weakest squads to the quarter-finals of the tournament, beating defending champions Spain in the last 16 before falling to world champions Germany after extra time in the last 8. Conte is currently contracted to reigning Italian champions Napoli. AC Milan boss Massimiliano Allegri and Benfica head coach José Mourinho have been among those also touted in the Italian press, while Man City manager Pep Guardiola is thought to be a dream, but unlikely candidate. In a statement, the FIGC said a vote to elect a new president will be held on June 22 following Gravina's resignation. Buffon swiftly confirmed his resignation, with the 2006 World Cup winning goalkeeper saying it was an act of responsibility. Resigning a minute after the end of the match against Bosnia was an urgent act, one that came from deep within me. As spontaneous as the tears and the ache in my heart that I know I share with all of you, Buffon wrote on Instagram. I was asked to wait until everyone had the time to reflect. Now that President Gravina has chosen to step back, I feel free to do what I feel is a responsible act, because, despite my sincere belief that I have built so much in terms of team spirit with Rino Gattuso and all my collaborators, In the very short time available to the national team, the main objective was to bring Italy back to the World Cup. And we didn't succeed. It's right to leave those who come after me the freedom to choose the person they deem best to fill my role. Inter Milan star Alessandro Bastoni has been among the Italian players most heavily criticized following their failure to qualify, with his red card when leading 1-0 viewed as a major turning point. Beppe Bergomi, who played for Inter and was part of Italy's 1982 World Cup winning team, warned on Thursday that Bastoni may have to leave the country amid the growing criticism. "I think he'll have to leave Italy for his own safety," Bergomi said on Radio Nerazzurra. "We're losing an extraordinary talent, one of the best defenders in modern football. I am very sorry, but I think for his own good he'll have to look for a club abroad." Amid Italy's crisis, they were dealt a warning from UEFA President Alexander Ceferin that they could be stripped of the right to co-host Euro 2032 with Turkey due to the condition of their stadiums. Euro 2032 is scheduled and will take place. "I hope the infrastructure will be ready," Ceferin told Gazzetta dello Sport, while defending his UEFA vice president Gravina. Otherwise the tournament will not be played in Italy. Perhaps it is Italian politicians who should be asking themselves why Italy has some of the worst football infrastructure in Europe.